is up, everybody? Thank you guys so much for clicking on this episode. Before we begin, I just want to give you guys a little update about the website. It is still down, unfortunately. It has something to do with the back end stuff. I'm working on getting it fixed. I'm not the best with it. That's why it's taking me a little bit to get it fixed and up and running for you guys. But I just wanted to let you guys know before we started this show that it is down, if you guys were wondering. Follow the socials. The links will be in the description below. I will be posting any updates or anything new about the website. I do try to post on the socials daily, but whenever the website gets back up and running, I'll let you guys know. But as for now, let's dive on into this episode. Let's get it started. Live life in the happy days, baby. Peace. What is up, everybody? Thank you guys so much for tuning in, for listening. This is Behind the Days. This is episode number 6. Thank you guys so much. I know I say that a lot in the intros of all the episodes, but thank you. Without your guys' support and just watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, without all that, really this show wouldn't really be anything. So thank you guys so much for all of that. This is episode number 6. So let's just dive right on in, baby. Let's just do this thing. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, okay? For this episode, I really didn't know what to talk about. Like, I had no idea what this show was gonna be about, right? You know, just sitting there, just thinking, and on top of not knowing what to talk about in this episode, like this past week, I've just been feeling like Eeyore in Pooh. You know, he's just there. He's not really like happy. He's more sad, more depressed, and that's how I've been feeling this past week. And I'm not really sure why. I've been trying to think about it and stuff. But like, I don't know. I've been thinking about it, honestly, and I don't know. Like, I don't want to say anything bad's going on in my life, because nothing terrible is going on, you know? Everything's manageable, and I can deal with it, right? But from my perspective, nothing quote unquote good is happening either. Like, I feel stuck. I feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again every day and getting the same result and not seeing any change. And I don't know about you guys, but I hate that feeling. Like, that's the worst possible feeling ever, because you just feel like you can't get out of this rut or whatever you're in. But when I'm in this type of mood or type of mind frame, I do a lot of digging, you know, kind of like miners, kind of like your finger when you go in your nose, you know. I do a lot of digging, and it honestly brought me to this topic that we're going to be talking about today, this question that I've been asking myself lately. There's actually 2 questions, but they kind of link up together into one big question. And as soon as I say this question that I've been asking myself, you guys will maybe think of a time where you've either seen this question somewhere, like when you sign up for like a social media account, when you sign up for Spotify, when you sign up for Apple Music, or when you sign up, I feel like when you sign up for basically anything nowadays, it asks you this one question: when you see somebody new, when you start talking to somebody, this is probably one of the questions that you're going to be asked in an interview. And like a student-teacher relationship, you may be asked this question. And I've been asking myself this same question for a while, and I'm figuring out a little bit more every day. But this question is, who am I? Think about it for a second. Who am I? Now, I bet some of you guys are thinking, well, I'm insert your name here. So, like, for me, it'd be like, okay, my name's Jacob. That's cool. You identified yourself, but you never really answered the question. Sometimes, let me go in a little deeper. Sometimes we add, like, our hobbies. Sometimes we add what we're doing for school, like if we're in school or not, or for work. So most of the time when you introduce yourself to, like, a class or something, you're like, hi, my name is Jacob. I'm 25 years old. I'm going to school. I'm working full time. What I like to do in my free time is play drums, listen to music, work on this, hang out with friends, ride dirt bikes. You start doing all this. That doesn't really answer the question, if I'm going to be honest with you. You just listed your hobbies. You listed what you do for a job because you have to, because you pay bills. You list another thing that you have to do because you paid for it, school. Your hobbies, your job, your age. But those are all great things. But who are you? Like, as a person, I feel like this is what life is about. Life is about being able to answer that question confidently, I think. And I know life brings a lot of challenges, okay? But those challenges are experiences to help you get to this answer. No, sorry, it sounds like someone's walking outside, but I know everybody's asleep. It's kind of creepy. Anyway, if I stop every like a few times throughout this podcast, because I think I hear something outside, but I don't think I do. I don't know. Anyway, but I think that's what life is about. No matter where you are in life, I feel like you can always find something new about you. Whether that be you try spicy foods for the first time and you're 65 because you've always been scared of spicy foods, and it turns out you absolutely love them. Like, it could be you conquering a fear, like you're scared of heights, so you climb a tall building, like the stairs, for some reason, or you want to read a book, you want to do this big presentation, like you're nervous about that. Whatever the case may be. I feel like those moments are tools to help you get a better answer for that one specific question, who am I? Now, let's say you're in a stressful situation, okay? Like I did in episode 4. Let's say you're doing a presentation, okay, for a company, right? And you get all nervous and stuff. And just like the last episode, or episode 4, you did it. Presentation went great. And once you get done with it, you think to yourself, why was I so nervous? See, you had the tool in your toolbox the entire time. You just didn't realize how to use it until you were forced to use it. Like, you shouldn't have been nervous. Like, you had it in the bag the entire time. You practiced the presentation. You went over your lines over and over and over again. And You did it in a mirror. You did all your hand motions. Like, you knew it to a T. Um, but yet there was still a little bit of you that was like, maybe not. Um, but with that test that you did with the presentation, that was a test to see your ability, to prove to yourself, basically, that you can do it. So now, when someone asks you, who are you? You can say, I'm confident. I can do a presentation in front of people. You know, like, you're not as stressed out about talking to people. I don't know. I just feel like learning a new skill, whether that be at work, like a new hobby, whether that be knitting, sewing, whatever, whatever skill you want to learn, I feel like it's very important to do it. Whatever that skill may be, people may think is stupid. But if you want to try it, try it. You never know until you try. You never know if you're actually good at that, whether it be cooking. A lot of people want to, especially during COVID, a lot of people wanted to try cooking at home. Well, some people found out they're really good at cooking, and some people found out they can't cook or shit. You know? It's just stuff like that. You just gotta try and adapt to new things. And I feel like nowadays, people, I don't want to say everybody, most people nowadays, I feel like, don't want to get out of their comfort zone. They don't want to see what's on the other side of that door because they're scared of what might be there. I'm one of those people. I'm not going to lie. I like comfort. I'm a big comfort person. But I feel like sometimes you kind of got to grow out of that comfort stage, It's like second base with life, First base, you get all comfortable and feely, And then, sometimes you got to hit a home run, baby. You feel me? And you just got to get out of that comfort zone and actually try to do something different. Because you never really know your true potential until you go out there and test it, basically. I know somebody, actually a homie, one of my homies, he's looking to get a new job, but he really likes his one he has now. And I'm trying to talk him into just let it go, just do it, because this opportunity may be even better than the one he has now. He may be even to grow even more with the new company than he will with the old one. I just feel like that's very important, especially if you've been putting in the work, because he's been with this company since like high school. So that's like 5-6 years. And another company reached out and be like, hey, you're perfect for this thing. Apply. Like, they want him to apply, and he's just on the fence. I'm like, dog, they're asking for you. Like, what more of a, hey, come here, do you not want? They're asking for you. But I feel like it's just a comfort thing, He really likes doing what he's doing now, but he's always so busy with work he can't really enjoy anything else. But like I said, he loves it. He absolutely loves it. But I just feel like this new opportunity for him would be even better. And I feel like people nowadays, like I said, really like comfort. Just because we're creatures of habit. Whether that's good or bad. It's just, we just got to grow out of that sometimes, Life is about making new memories and enjoying. And I'm not saying all this like go out there and live a selfish life. Like, no, don't go out there and be like, oh, I want to be happy, so I'm gonna live however I want. I'm gonna do whatever I want. Nah, like, still be nice to people. Still help other people if you can. Still be kind to people. But you also gotta look out for yourself too sometimes. And if other people are telling you not to do a new opportunity that you found for yourself, just kick back and think why. Are they just scared because they care this much about me or about you and they don't want to see you fail? They don't want to see you crash and burn? Or is there another motive behind it? Like maybe they're insecure about a certain thing, so they can never see themselves do it, so they can't see you do it, you know? And I feel like that's where most people get caught up in when so many people tell them, no, don't do it, that's stupid, don't do it. It it kind of messes with them a little bit because it's like, damn, can I really not go out there and test what I want to do? See what I'm capable of? I know that you have your own perspective, but let me try my own shit. Like let me try for myself, you know? And I feel like you got to keep that in mind that even the people closest to you can also be your haters, you know? They just don't want to see you fail so much that they won't support. They won't show love. I'm not saying this is happening to me. I'm just saying in general. Um, I mean, that's why there's hate on the internet. That's why there's trolls. Um, it's because they're so mad they're not in that position and they want to be there, but you're there. You're taking up their spot. So it's a big fuck you, you know? Like, people got to get out of that mindset and just let people grow. And you also got to remember that you're on your own time frame. Like, not everybody hits fame at 35, quote unquote fame, you know? Not everybody makes it rich, air quotes around rich again, when they're like 40, you know? Most people that are rich and famous, they don't make it till much later unless they're geniuses, you know? So I feel like people nowadays have a picture of life that instant. They do one thing and they need that instant gratification. And I feel like that's because social media, what we see on TV, all this other stuff, movies, um, all this stuff just shows us that, hey, it happens overnight. Or let's take music for example. You hear an artist like back in 2016, okay, just like underground on SoundCloud or something like that, and then as time goes on, you slowly hear more music, and then like 2016 to they blow up in like 2018. Boom, famous. Everyone thinks that it happened overnight for him, but you remember back in 2016 when you were listening to their songs when they just had 150,000 hits or like 50 plays, or you know what I mean, when they were much smaller. I I don't know. I just I don't know. I just feel like we just need to try different things to figure out who we are as a person, so we can keep on answering this question as, who am I? Because I feel like life is more than the state that you live in. Life is more than the four walls that you work at. Life is more than the four walls that you live in. Life is more than what you do on a daily basis. I feel like you need to go out there and explore. There's a whole other countries out there that we can explore. Like I really want to go to Switzerland, Netherlands, New Zealand, Europe, basically. I think that's basically all Europe. Yeah, that whole side of the world, you know? Maybe one of these days I'll get to. But like I know me as like like myself, I love to travel. I can put that when someone asks me who am I? I'm a traveler. I like to experience new things. I like to see what other life is like in other different parts of the world. Whether that's the same different parts of the US, you know. I go to a different state. I want to travel to all 50 states just because. I've already been to 7, I think. I wouldn't count one because it was just kind of a touch and go, but you know, like I want to do that. I want to experience all this other stuff because I feel like you can learn from how other people live, whether that's in other states or in other countries. Everyone does everything a little bit different. Like in the U.S., people say pop, Coke, soda, cola, and it's all for sodas. It's all for fountain drinks. Some people even say fountain drinks. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many different ways of life in just one little area. And if you go and experience that, I feel like you can grow a little bit as a person from what you see over there. So, I'm going to ask you one more time. Who are you? I know. I know. It's a hard question. Myself, I've learned a lot about myself as the years go on. Um, like, for instance, I'm a quiet but outgoing person. I say quiet because back in the day, man, I opened up to everybody. I didn't hide anything. I didn't have any secrets. Everyone knew everything about me. I was so energetic. I wouldn't say I'm not energetic now, but I'm more. I can control my energy and stuff more. But back in the day, in high school and middle school, I was just so energetic and just so out there, so crazy. Um, Now I'm kind of quiet. You gotta get to know me a little bit more. I'm not so out there anymore. Which is good and bad, you know? Like once you get to know me, I'm an open book. Like you can ask me anything and I'll give you my honest opinion. If you want to learn something new about me, you can ask me, be like, yo, Jacob, I was wondering, blah, 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 blah. And I'd give you my honest opinion and be like, nah, dude, that's stupid. Nah, why would you do that? No, don't. Or, yeah, that's a good idea. You know, whatever the case may be. I've also learned that I overthink a lot. I can overthink about an outfit that I put on because maybe I think that one color doesn't match another color. You know, I can overthink about whether I turn to right or turn left. Like, that's just how I am. I overthink everything, I overanalyze everything. And that's good. It's actually, I really enjoy it because I have like really deep like conversations in my head about just stupid stuff sometimes, like about water and how it flows in and out of the houses. And I don't know, my brain's just dumb sometimes. But I've learned that I overthink everything, and I'm getting better at it. You know, overthinking is just kind of like me just not living in the moment. That's what's causing it. And I feel like once I get a better grasp of actually living in the moment, um, and being present and actually enjoying everything, I feel like the overthinking will slow down. It's not going to completely stop, um, but it will for sure. I feel like slow down because it'll keep me up most nights. Like I'll be up until 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, just sitting there, just thinking. I'll have like the TV on, but I won't even be watching. I'll be staring at the ceiling, just thinking about work, school, like the show, the brand, um, really everything, and it's fine. Like that's how I what you call it? Crap, I'm trying to think of the word. Problem solve. 2 words actually. um, but no, that's how I like problem solve with most issues. I just sit there and think about it forever until I figure out the best solution, or at least the solution that I like the most, whether or not that's the good or the bad one. Um, but I've also learned that I have a passion for music. Like I feel like my life is a nonstop record. Um, it just keeps going. I always have music playing on in my head. Sometimes I'll have 2 songs, up to 3 songs playing at the same time. I have a party mix going on, and that's awesome. Like, I think it's really cool. Sometimes it's super annoying though. Sometimes you get like the wheels on the bus go round and around and stuck in your head, or like Mary Had a Little Lamb, or I don't know. The Hokey Pokey was stuck in my head the other day. Um, Crap, what was the other one? Damn, now I'm thinking about all the ones that's been stuck in my head. The Ice Cream Man, like the jingle, that gets stuck in my head a lot. Um, but anyway, I digress. Um, but like I said, I have a passion for music, and I feel like I'm a really good observer. Um, like I feel like I notice like small details, like when someone walks in the room, I notice like their body language, or I notice like um like whether it be like clothing, I notice like the texture of the clothes and everything, and like paintings, I can notice like the colors and like all this other stuff, and like outfits. I notice like all the little details, whether that be like with the accessories that they put on to try to match the outfit, or whether that be um like the shoes they got on to match the belt, or the socks to match whatever, you know what I mean. I feel like no matter where I'm at, my head's always on a swivel because I'm always looking, I'm always observing, always people watching. I love to people watch. I feel like you can learn a lot about people just by sitting there and watching them, basically in the wild. um, I don't know if I mentioned this in past episodes or not, but um, like Disney, any amusement park, the zoo. Oh my God, the zoo is the best place that people watch, especially if you love to watch parents freak out on kids. Um, because you got a mix of the hot, because the zoos are always open during the summer. You got hot, you got smelly animals, you got no food, or at least the zoo where I'm at, there's no food, I don't think, anymore. And you got screaming kids. Dude, that's just a recipe for disaster, and it's fantastic to watch. Um, I love a good car crash sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, I love watching people freak out and see just how they can handle pressure. Um, Sometimes people keep their cool. Sometimes people freak out, though. That's why we got the Karen videos. Sorry, Karens. That's why we got the crazy road rage videos. Just because people can't handle stress nowadays. I feel like one little thing and someone snaps. Now, I'm not saying that's anything that has to do with them or has to do with something else. It could just be they're having a bad day and they just snapped. Like I snapped on my homie today at work, and I feel bad. I should apologize, but I forgot. I'll do it tomorrow. But yeah, I was just in a shitty mood for some reason today, and we were talking about he was talking about something with another coworker. He asked what I thought, and I don't know, just kind of was a little short and shitty with him, I was just over it. I was just tired. I was feeling like Eeyore, and I just had to let some of it go since he was in my directions. I'm sorry, homie, if you're watching this. My bad. But I told you sorry yesterday, so hopefully we're good. I'm not saying sorry fixes it. I shouldn't have done that to begin with, but we're good now. But I just feel like life is fun. Life is fun. You learn lots. And I feel like that's part of it. If you're not learning something new, whether that be something new about you as a person, whether that be like an interesting fact that you bring up at the bar, whether that be something about like your family, something about like family history, or something about like your dog. You learn out facts about your dog. I just feel like if you don't learn something every day, I feel like, me personally, I feel like I'm kind of losing out on something, I feel like there's a whole world out there, and I'm still young, but there's people that may be listening to this that's older than me. There's people that may be listening to this that's younger than me. Just go out there, no matter where you are in life. Go out there, try something new. Don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone, out of your shell. Whether you're 60, whether you're 6, it doesn't really matter. Just go out there and have fun. I think that's a good ending point. But I'm gonna leave you with one simple question. Who are you? Peace out. Thank you guys so much for listening to today's episode. I wouldn't be able to do this without you all, without your guys' love and support. It really does mean a lot to me. Thank you guys so much. Feel free to check out the website at happydaysco.com. Feel free to follow Happy Days Co on Instagram at The Real Happy Days Co. Follow Behind the Days, this podcast, on Instagram at Behind the Days Pod, and follow the Happy Days Network on Instagram at Happy Days Radio. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, for listening. I really appreciate it. Go live life in happy days. Bye.